welcome to this video tutorial scrapbook layout using Altenew products. It's me, Sandra, and I'm joining you from Leipzig, Germany today. And we are going to make a scrapbook layout, and I'm going to show you how to make the background and the embellishments. Let's have a look at what we are going to make. I'm going to show you how to make this really shiny and nice background you can see here. And we are also going to make these cute little embellishments with the origami stamp set and die cuts. We'll be using different materials like transparency foil and vellum paper and ordinary paper. And I like using foam pads to attach the elements to each other and also to the background. I think that gives it a really nice dimension, and I also like using glue dots. I think they are really handy. And I'm using an eyebrow shaper to place my embellishments. I think that's a really good way to place embellishments. To make the background you will need embossing paste. You could also use stencil paste, an ink spray from Altenew matching the colors of the photos you're going to use, and 2 palette knives, and of course the splatter stencil from Altenew, some kitchen roll to clean up, a piece of white paper, and I prepared an acrylic block and placed some washi tape stripes to secure the stencil to the paper. And I also have this mixing palette kind of for mixing the paste and the ink spray. Okay guys, are you ready to start? Then let's go. So place your paper on your working surface and use the stencil, place it on the paper where you want to have it, and then you're going to use the washi tape to secure the stencil to the paper so it won't get out of place. And yeah, it kind of holds the stencil to the paper while you're applying the paste. If you're asking yourself, why is she using embossing paste? Well, the thing is, I really like the consistency. It's really smooth and I just like working with it. So you're going to take out the embossing paste with a palette knife, put it on whatever you're using to mix the paste and the ink. Then you're going to spray the ink on the embossing paste, but not on top of the layout, of course, but next to it. And then you're going to start and mix the paste and the ink. You can use whatever color you like. Just make sure it matches the color of the photo you're going to use. And then you're just kind of working your way with the paste over the stencil. I think it's a really kind of enjoyable activity. It kind of helps me to just think of nothing and just to enjoy just making something with my own hands, which I think we all do, don't we? So keep on working and spreading the paste on the stencil until you think it's all done. And then you're just going to remove the excess paste from the palette knife. And then you're about ready to remove the washi tape stripes from the paper. It's a good advice to use a washi tape that's actually not too sticky, just so it is easier to remove the washi tape from the paper. You can try beforehand and place a washi tape stripe on a piece of paper and then peel it off, and you'll see whether the washi tape comes off smoothly and doesn't rip your paper, because that's not what you want to have. Okay guys, we are ready to lift the stencil from the paper. Just keep going and lift it up. Before you use your stencil on a different place on the background paper, I advise you to clean off the excess paste with clear water. so that the background doesn't get messed up from the excess paste. And then you just keep doing what you've been doing before. You use washi tape stripes to secure the stencil to the background paper, and then you're using the paste and the palette knife to apply the paste to the stencil. And I'm going to hand over to the music now, and I'm hoping that you're going to enjoy watching me finishing the background of this layout with paste and an ink spray from Altenew. Hey guys, we've made it! The background is finished, and look at this shiny texture or consistency or whatever you call it, and I think it turned out really nicely. Okay, so now let's move on to making the embellishments. There's an elephant parade coming into the screen, and we're going to make embellishments from paper, transparency foil, vellum paper, and then a 3D element. Let me show you what we are going to need. We are going to need the origami stamp set, which I really like. It's so cute. And we are going to use some crisp inks from Altenew. And to stamp on vellum and foil, I'm going to use StazOn. And then the origami die cut set to cut out the stamped images really nicely. And we're going to use paper, vellum paper, and transparency foil. I'm using this wooden tray to organize the things I'm going to need to create the embellishments. We need watercolor and a water tank brush. And I'm also using some washi tape stripes to secure the dies to the stems. Okay, let's put everything into the tray and let's get started. We are going to start with stamping the paper. I prepared the stamps and attached them to the acrylic block, and I'm using different crisp inks from Altenew to color the stamps. So next we're going to make a vellum embellishment, and I decided to use butterfly. Of course, I already stamped other embellishments. It's just to demonstrate that you can use vellum to create embellishments, and you can use ordinary paper, and you can also use transparency foil. That's a nice effect to have different materials on a layout. Now you've finished stamping your images on paper, vellum and transparency foil, and now we're going to attach the origami die cuts to the stamped images, and I'm using washi tape stripes to attach the die to the background. I think that's a really nice way to keep them in place when you're using a die cutting machine to die cut your embellishments. I cut out the embellishments with my die cutting machine, and I'm going to peel off the washi tape now, and I'm getting the embellishments ready to be colored with watercolors. Now we've got all these cute embellishments, and we are going to use some watercolors and a water tank brush now to color the embellishments. Just use colors that match the photo of your layout or the color scheme you decided you're going to use, and just apply the watercolor with the brush. Whatever you like, there's no right or wrong. I mean, it's creativity, it's your project. I encourage you to just let it go and do what you like. Okay guys, we're done. We made the background and we also colored the embellishments, and now it's up to you to create your own layout. And this is my layout inspiration for you. And I'm really hoping that you enjoyed this video which I made for Altenew. Thank you for watching and have a nice day and happy crafting!